Previously in the last video, whose number do you want? Venti Chailatte. Oh my god, this is gonna determine the freaking fate of the universe. Right here. Let's see. Can I phone a friend? And now back to the present. Yo, what is up everybody? Zanzipikid here, back again with some more of Spellbound. Last where we left off, Venti Chailatte went around chatting with the rest of the Nordics as we got all their phone numbers, and it seems like there might be a curse affecting the plants. That's not good. Now we begin a new day. Thankfully, I actually do manage to sleep well in the night. Okay, that's good. And I wake up in the morning feeling fresh and fully rested for the first time since I arrived. The clock on the nightstand reads 9:32 a.m., and I stretch as I stand up. Once again, the smell of something delicious wafts up the stairs as I climb down to reach the kitchen. My stomach growls. Oh, these guys again. As I descend, the 5 faces at the table turn to look at me. Mathias offers a little wave, and Tino beams at me. Good morning. I wonder if they got reactions because I've been aiming for choices geared towards them more. Morning, Venti Chailatte. Did you sleep well? I nod my head and return Tino's smile, reaching for a muffin in the middle of the table. Yes, I think I'm finally fully recovered. I think I'll be able to get out of your hair today. It's about time anyway. I'm sure my shop needs me right now. Oh yeah, the bookshop that we completely forgot about until just now. Thank you for all that you've done for me. And for saving my life. I wouldn't dare impose any longer. Aw, they're like, come on. I don't know what reaction I was expecting, but it certainly wasn't what I got. Instead, the men at the table look at each other uncertainly, and an uneasy pause lingers in the air. Did I say something wrong? Tino opens his mouth, and then closes it again, hesitating around silent words, and after a few seconds turns to Lukas. Lukas looks back, sighs, and sets down his own muffin. He stares at its chocolate-pebbled surface for a moment, as if he really didn't want to be here, and tension bubbles in my stomach. I am starting to get a little freaked out. Ah! I knew it! You were all crazy! I must run! No, I'm kidding. Venti Chailatte, you can't leave. Oh my god, these fucks! They're crazy. They want to keep me in here. No! I must be free! I sit there for a moment before the words process. And as they do, I blink. And then blink again. Pardon? Maybe I misheard. Surely I wasn't about to be in a hostage situation. Dumbfounded, I searched Lucas's eyes for any hint of a joke. But the man looks dead serious. My eyes flit around to the other figures at the table, and all are staring pointedly in directions where they can avoid looking at me. You can't leave. Care to elaborate? I set my muffin down, heart hammering in my chest. And why, pray tell, am I not allowed to go back to my own home? Lucas's face scrunches up in a slight wince, and he seems to be enjoying this as little as I am. Beside him, Emil picks at his nails nervously, and I'm dimly aware of the fact that some of them are bleeding with the intensity of his fidgeting. I resist the urge to hand him a napkin. You summoned a high-class demon in your apartment. If you go back, there's a high chance you'll die. So my fucking apartment is cursed now. Oh my gosh. And it's a high-class demon out of all of demons? Jeez. Yeah, I don't know. We might need Jesus for this. Or whatever other powerful force we got. I wait for the reality of the words to sink in, but for some reason they seem unreal. Like they hold no weight. I could die? As in, pass away? Arrive at the pearly gates? My own mortality. It knows you. And probably everywhere you're linked to. Your store. Your apartment. Your town in general. Everywhere is dangerous. Even this house? It's gonna be dangerous too, likely. I stare at him and he stares back, dark circles under his eyes. It makes sense, despite every part of me desperately wishing it was untrue. Suddenly his late-nighters made sense, his stress made sense, his anxiety towards you made sense. Holy shit, you could die! That's not all. Lord almighty, there's more? My notes from my research are gone. I locked my door and nobody here took it. The man sighs again and rubs at the bridge of his nose. Oh my gosh. My study smelled like sulfur. I think the notes were stolen. My heart stops dead in my chest. Emil has progressed from picking at his nails to straight up biting them. By who? By what? The demon was here last night. Tino makes eye contact with you finally, gaze desperate. You understand now why you can't leave, right? You could die. The best course of action would be for you to stay here until we can reverse the damage. I mean, we can't stop you if you do want to leave. We can't kidnap you, but... I lower my eyes and stare at my half-eaten muffin. It makes sense, I know it does, but damn do I want there to be another way. So it's all up to you in the end, Venti Chailatte. Whatever you decide. As I look at the 5 around me, the answer couldn't be more obvious. Ooh, this is a very... Actually, I might aim to leave first, and then go back and choose to stay. Because this would most likely lead to a bad ending, and I kind of want to see what it is. Not gonna lie. So yeah, sorry guys, in this timeline I'm going. That's even more of a reason for me to leave. What the hell? I need to go see if things are right. I have to go home. I don't want to be involved in this. You can take your damn book and get out of my life. I stand up abruptly, mind hazy, and turn to go. I know it's rude, but at this point I can't seem to care. Immediately, everyone else stands up too. Did my whole "you could die" speech mean nothing to you? Venti Chailatte, be reasonable. I shake my head, backing up, and the world tunnels around me. Venti Chailatte! They follow me as I make my way to the front door, trying desperately to make me see reason, but I stand firm, until I finally make it to the door. Venti Chailatte, wait! You're panicking. Wait for a little bit and see if you still feel like leaving. My resolve wavers as my hand closes around the doorknob. Am I sure I want to go? Jeez! I love how they just, they give you 2 freaking prompts to be like, are you freaking sure that you want to do this? This is a very, very dangerous choice you're making here. You have literally another chance to stay. Yeah, I'm taking my chances. Bye! Oh, I like the scenery here. I bid the men a final dazed farewell and shut the door on them, and as I walk down the path, they don't make any moves to follow after me. Venti Chailatte, no! I barely register the code despite the snow on the ground, and it is deathly silent. At least they weren't lying when they said they wouldn't resort to kidnapping. Sniffing a little, I type my address into the GPS on my phone, exhaling as I see that it's over a few hours' walk to the apartment. Wow, it's a shame. I think as I look over my shoulder one last time. They were all very nice people. Even Lukas by the end. Because of my many rests, it's sundown by the time I arrive back at the apartment. Twisting the key in the lock, I shut the door behind me and flick on the lights, only to find the whole thing had been completely trashed. On the desk, the book is still lying there open, glowing red. And the sight fills me with dread. I have to close it somehow. Uh-oh. Eyes searching, my gaze lands on the umbrella by the door. Creeping towards the book with the umbrella in hand, I slowly reach out and poke the book closed with a tip, sighing in relief as the cover gives and flutters closed. I stand there in silence for a moment, trying my best to let the stress of the past week fall away. I turn to toss the umbrella back into the corner of the doorway. The moment I turn my back, I know I made a mistake. I feel more than see the eyes that burn into me from behind. But I can't seem to bring myself to turn around. Maybe I should have listened to Lukas after all. By this time, when it goes black, there is no return. Hey! Game over! Yay! And that was the end of Spellbound, guys. Goodbye. Nah, I'm kidding. Okay, so Let me see. Let's go back here. Okay, fine, I'll stay. I let my hand fall from the doorknob, and I hear a collective sigh of relief. Y'all are right. I'm just frazzled right now. I'm sorry for making you all worried. Emil heaves a heavy breath and plops down on the lowest step of the nearest staircase. Oh, you look happy. You really had me scared for a second there. I know. I'm just seriously freaked out. There's a thing that's after me, and you all... Tino offers me a sympathetic smile, but Mathias shrugs. Not the first time for us. Could be worse. Yeah, I'm gonna go finish my muffin. Wait, I'm coming too! Together we all trek back into the kitchen. To finish the meal, I also rudely interrupted. Spirits higher despite the dark topic at hand. Dang, I could have totally died back there. Oh well. We make small talk as we eat, all dancing around the elephant in the room, before Berwald gently places his coffee mug on the table. So, what now? Wait. Oh! Okay. So we can choose to stay. Okay, I'll stay here. Mathias lets out a small cheer, and I grin at him, thankful that at the very least I'll have good company. It's like a sleepover! Lukas and Emil roll their eyes, and I laugh at how similar the two are. The mood has already lightened despite the dark topic at hand, and I can't be more grateful to have the support I do. But by the look in Lucas's eyes, I can tell there's still a lot of work to be done. So, what now? Okay, I see. So, I think that's the end of the demo so far. And I'm like, aww. But, let's see. I can do at least 20 more minutes of content. So, yep. Seems like a fun visual novel so far. I think I'm gonna go back to previous choices and maybe see what could transpire. Let's see what happens if we don't go after Lukas. Tino sighs. I'm sorry. I'm sure he's just really stressed right now. He'll come around eventually. Thank him. Yes, you're right. Thanks for trying to make me feel better. He doesn't hate you. He's just a broody, quiet type. He's slow to trust and obviously knows something we don't. That's just how he is. I'm sure he'll tell us eventually. Flame Lukas or joke about the situation. We don't flame here. Alright then, he can keep his secrets. Emil's laughing. It do be like that sometimes. Freaking Zoomers. Okay, I'm technically also a Zoomer. I can't help but laugh too. Emil has a twinkle in his eye that tells me he has a few more jokes up his sleeve. Tino is watching us, looking a bit concerned, but I can tell he's hiding a smile too. The rest of breakfast passes with Emil and I cracking jokes at each other, occasionally laughing too hard to keep eating. I realize that Emil's cheeks flush when he laughs too hard. No way Lukas is going to brush me off like that. Not when he or I haven't even apologized. Ignoring everyone's protests, I stand and run from the kitchen. Oh, so we talk to him, and I'm like, I grab his sleeve, stop bothering me. So yeah, that's what happened. I'm gonna load here. Don't go down the stairs. I pass the stairs by and begin exploring the labyrinth of hallways instead. After passing by what appears to be a literal sauna, I quite literally bump into Tino. Oof! I'm so sorry I didn't see you. Are you okay? Oh, Venti Chailatte. Sorry I walked into you. It's alright. Are you checking out the sauna? I use it the most, but I'd be happy to share. It's fine, I'm not big on saunas anyways. He smiles amicably. Say, you don't really know your way around, do you? Would you like me to show you around? There. Tino beams and turns around to start walking. Let's get started then. The house is absolutely massive. Imagine this is what castles look like on the inside. There's so many rooms and hallways and different staircases it feels impossible to keep track of them all. No wonder I got lost on the way to breakfast. This room is bigger than my entire bookstore. We keep walking, and by the time Tino's familiarized me with every room on all three floors, I feel just about ready to drop. Phew, that was quite some tour. Oh dear, are you tired? Just a little. I didn't expect the house to be so big. Well, there are a lot of us, and we all need our space. It's like our own little community. He heads for the stairs. I'm gonna go back to my room to do some work. You can go do a bit more exploring if you want. I think I'll go downstairs. Thanks for showing me around. Anytime. Just make yourself at home, okay? Tino disappears down the staircase and I'm suddenly aware of a faint ache in my cheeks. Who knew your cheeks could hurt from smiling? It's nothing. Okay. Oh, he still says, like, if you need me, knock. That's nice. Oh, something is glowing red. I don't think that happened in the other choice. So, like, just a sec. So, let's see. Perhaps, like, if you decide to open up to these guys, then you're less likely to get influenced by the curse. Okay, I want to see reactions to getting each of the other choices. Because I picked Tino, so let's see Berwald's reaction. Berwald takes my phone and types his phone number, then hands it back to me. Thanks! You can call me whenever you want. I can tell he's thinking about what happened yesterday. I smile gratefully at him and take my phone back. We can freaking rewind and fast forward, dang it. Oh my god, we're like freaking Max from Life is Strange. We could just raise our hand and then reverse time and then pick a different option. Lukas is... His eyes... Wow, that's an expression I haven't seen on him yet. His eyes widen marginally in surprise, but Lukas doesn't protest as he takes my phone and puts his number in. If you ever need me, just call. I've been told I have the habit of ignoring text messages. Got it. And I'm not saying I'd ignore you or anything, but try not to call me in the middle of the night or something. Yeah, of course. Okay. Emil's. His typing is lightning fast. My phone is back in my hand in practically seconds. Yes, a master zoomer. I check my screen and realize that Emil even had time to give himself a goofy contact name. I try not to laugh. If you text me at like 3 in the morning, don't judge me if I respond immediately. I won't, don't worry. Do you want to follow me on Instagram too? Sure! We end up trading accounts on a few more social media platforms, and I promise to revive my old and very embarrassing Tumblr account for him. Oh yeah, Tashim, the dev for this game, actually does have a Tumblr account. Same name that I gave in the description. It's pretty cool. Nice art. Visit the garden. Raid the pantry. Oh yeah, you can skip actually if you click on this. That's a cool feature. I think in our last visits, we visited the garden, we've wandered around, and we've headed to the back porch. So let's raid the pantry. I sit in the kitchen wondering if Tino's mug might be there hiding out of sight, and see Mathias standing in the pantry. He seems to be holding a bag of tortilla chips. Ask him for some. Hey, can I have some chips? Sure thing. Let me go get some salsa. He brushes past me to place the bag of chips on the kitchen table, then goes to get a jar of salsa. Ah! There's a massive patch of what appears to be mold in the middle of the jar, pitch black in color. The sight of it makes me want to be sick. Is the jar expired? I bought this a couple of days ago. How did it go bad this quickly? Ooh. So yeah, that's the curse. He flings it into the trash can. Thankfully, the jar is plastic. And walks back into the pantry. The next jar of salsa is clean, to both our relief. Here we go. Mathias yanks the bag of chips open, accidentally scattering a few on the table, and offers it to me. I take one and my hand brushes against his. Oops, sorry. Somehow neither of us seem to have learned our lesson, and our hands bump into each other several more times. After the 6th time it happens, yes, I counted, Mathias takes a bowl and pours some chips inside, the tip of his ears red. He slides the bag towards me. Here, you can have this. Oh, thank you. He makes it halfway through his bowl before speaking up again. So, crazy stuff happening, don't you think? I guess. I kind of have no idea what's going on, though. Mathias bursts into laughter at that. High and bright, and I can't help but crack a grin. I know what you mean. Lukas is pretty mysterious with everything. Most of the books here don't explain much. I wish they had a WikiHow page for this, like how to survive when your friend summons a demon or something. True. I let out a snort and jab him in the ribs. For a moment, it's easy to forget everything that's been happening so far. The two of us munch for a while, talking about everything and nothing and making fun of Lukas a little bit, all in good fun. Mathias is good for conversation and keeps me laughing, and I'm almost in tears by the time the bag of chips nears its end and I'm ready to explore some more. Well, I'm gonna get going. Let's do this again sometime. Of course! There's no one I'd rather share my snacks with. Aw, sweet. So let's poke around the library. The juxtaposition between the two freaking music themes. I decide to poke around the library. After all, I am the owner of a bookstore, and books are my craft! No, you just sell books. Unless you're a custom bookbinder. I don't know. Of course, I'd be a little curious to see just what sort of books a magical household would have. What? Oh my gosh! They have such a cool library. Oh, okay. When I push open the heavy wooden door, I find I'm not alone. Emil is there, sitting cross-legged on a comfortable-looking red rug. Books are scattered about him in a circle. Pages open. For a moment, I recall Lukas in his study, drowning under a similar pile of tomes and papers. They are certainly very similar. Yeah, because they're brothers. He makes no indication that he noticed my entry. What you doing, Emil? The boy in question jumps nearly a foot in the air and almost drops the book he's holding, and I fight back a grin. Whoops. Nothing important. Nothing you need to know about anyways. Too similar to Lukas. Unacceptable. Come on, Emil. Lukas never lets me know what's happening, and I'm the only one that's directly involved. Please? Emil flushes and I lean forward. He sure seems embarrassed. I just couldn't stop thinking about you. Being here. You being here. And Lukas won't tell me anything either, so I came here to do my own research. Ah, that's why. Heat creeps up my cheeks as well, and I quickly search for something to say, to distract from my growing bashfulness. Can I help? Or, well, good luck. Can I help? Oh, sure if you want. I don't mind. Emil pushes aside a stack of books beside him and clears a space for you to sit down, and you plop down beside him. The rug is as comfortable as it appears. So, what are we looking for? A huff passes through Emil's lips. Good question. Anything related to demons, I guess. I want to know exactly what it is you summoned. Perfect. That's exactly why I want to know the most, too. Aye, aye, Captain. I give him a mock salute, and he exhales heavily in laughter. He then busies himself in his books again. Time to get to work, I suppose. Turning around, I scour the shelves behind me for anything that looks magical, only to find that I don't understand half the languages I see. It seems like this is going to be a lot more difficult than I thought. For the next few hours, the two of us pore over tome after tome, unfortunately resulting in not much at all. I do, however, find one book where the pages are browned and crispy, like it had been near fire. That's weird. Everyone is really careful with the books. How do you think that happened? I shrug, ghosting a finger along the edges of the page, before hastily pulling back as it starts to crumple beneath my touch, quickly snapping it shut. I shove it back into the shelf. You didn't see anything, Emil snorts. Of course I didn't. I've simply been minding my business over here. My eyes are swimming from exhaustion by the end of it all, and I rub them to no avail. They still burn with a vengeance. And for nothing, I think ruefully. We're still no closer to understanding anything. Emil looks up from his books and observes as I blink rapidly. You should rest. I can take it from here. I'll check the books in Icelandic, since you probably can't. You've done enough. I look over at him with unsure eyes. Are you sure? I can keep going. He looks at me doubtfully, and I cave under his gaze. Never mind, you're right. I'll go do something else. Bother your brother, maybe. He needs to figure out how to get me home once I feel up to it. Emil laughs. Really laughs this time. And the sound of it makes my heart warm. The grin stays on my face long after I've left the room. Huh. This Emil seems way more cheerier than I usually see him being depicted. I wonder if our main character has an effect on him. I don't know. Yeah, I think that's all for now. So let me go back to the main menu. Okay, so that is all of Spellbound Demo 2 so far. We get to see lots of a good amount of content. Clearly there's like several branching paths that can lead to different interactions with characters depending on what you choose. There's an interesting plot going about with, you know, trying to get rid of this demonic curse that the narrator has inadvertently caused, while getting to know these supposedly immortal-ish beings that are all staying at the same house. I gotta say, the art is nice, the writing is also nice. Might feel a bit flowery at times, but still, it's it really can suck you in. It's pretty cool. Yeah, because that's the thing with visual novels, you know, like mostly gameplay wise, you're just gonna have like several branching choices. It's kind of like an elaborate choose your own adventure novel, except, you know, you see sprites on the screen. So you gotta really sell the visual aspect, the art aspect, and the novel aspect. And it seems like this fan game is actually doing pretty well in that regard. So good job. So yeah, play this game if you want. Check out the dev. I think I've got them in the description. You know, give some nice messages if you like this. And consider liking, comment, and subscribing if you enjoy this video. Thank you very much, everybody, and I'll see you in the next game. Bye!